Well, hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Island Church Weekly Podcast, joined as always by Pastor Will McGraney. Thanks so much for joining me, Pastor Will. How you doing today?
Always good. I'm your best partner, and you're my best partner on this.
Absolutely, man. It
I
works
mean,
pretty
there's
well.
nothing like being with the best.
Yeah, I got to be with you in person last week. On Wednesday, got to spend a lot of time with the team. Always a good time. Got a lot of stuff done. Excited about the future for some of the stuff that I'm sure we'll be talking about today. So give us a quick update on how Sunday was at Island Church, and let's talk about what's coming up.
Yeah, last Sunday was we had several guests, and we've got one of our recent guests is they've actually announced. I won't say who. They've actually not just to get a guest. They've been coming more regularly. Are expecting. So we're going to be moving towards a new building and do towards babies and those kinds of things. Plus, we had guests that were a young couple that was with us this past week that been married 18 months. They've really been doing an evangelism ministry in Africa and not sure about where their future is actually going to be. It's going to be here or going to be in Africa. Had several additional guests, and so it was a good day and good to see some of our people there as well that coming and going. We're still coming and going, Matt.
Yep.
Some people don't know if they are coming or going, but hey, they got wives, so they can. I actually spoke on marriage this past week and talked about. I really surveyed most of the Bible, the major passages of the Bible as it related to marriage. And there's a call to women, there's a call to men, the call to mutual submission and love and care. And how do they actually keys to making that work? Sandy and I celebrated our 40th anniversary. We took the trip already earlier in the year, but Sunday was the day. And so I put some pictures up there, and they were wondering who that guy was that was with Sandy that was so handsome and young looking and slim. And so we used the pictures, and we talked about the importance of our faith from the beginning, and we shared that with our people. And then we just talked about what would be helpful tips in terms of marriage. And so got a good number of comments related to that. So that was this past week. We had good, it was good energy, good life in the church, good connections with people. So it was good with the guests and our people, really good.
Very cool. Well, I know there's some big, we're recording this on Tuesday, August 12th. I know there's some big stuff happening tonight around the church, but tell us what else is happening around Island Church in the coming days.
Yeah, tonight we've got Tierra Verde Community Association coming into our facility. Why? Because they didn't have a space big enough. Maybe we should build a new building. That's what I'm thinking. So what we're doing will help with things like this. They wanted to come in, and they're going to be talking about some of the things the city of St. Pete's going to be doing on the front of the island. So it's just a good opportunity for them to come and us to engage. Some of them probably will come into our worship area upstairs and just have never been either in our building or been upstairs. And so this will be good. We'll get a chance to extend an invitation, a greeting to them, an invitation to them. And then we'll have our posters out and probably have some slides looping. And I may even take a question or two or something if it's appropriate about our upcoming project with our basically our community building that we're building. It's going to be run by us, but we're doing this so that we can engage with the community, both in the recreational side and with a coffee shop and ice cream and possibly cookies too. So that seems like a good mix to me. We'll lay that out tonight. So that'll be really good. And by the time people watch this, that will have happened. And hopefully the word will spread about that. That's going on. Our kids have gotten started with school. What about your kids, right?
Yep, got started yesterday, back to school. It is a glorious time in our household, and I think it is for everyone else too.
We don't know. We haven't taken a scientific survey whether the kids enjoy going back the most or the parents enjoying the kids going back the most.
It's definitely the parents, man. I don't need science to tell me that's the case.
Stacy's and Jake's Logan started for the first day yesterday, and Josie was back, but I think that went well for Logan yesterday. It's my understanding, and that'll be a good time for him. But a lot of parents having this child go for the first time and push back out. I heard some tears on the phone with Sandy talk with one of our girls last night. I'm thinking like this should be a joyous time, but anyway, it's just time of transition, time to move into the fall, and so that's a good thing. So that's coming up and has been going on. And then we think about this year. We've talked about this year as a year to engage our faith. Last year we talked mostly about pursuing God, pursuing His kingdom, and pursuing living according to His ways. So this year we're talking about engaging our faith. We pursued God, and we're continuing to do that. Even the men are studying. Actually, the title of the book is "The Pursuit of God." It's a classic by Tozer. And so the men's group is going phenomenal. I know the women are getting ready, anxious to get started back, but it's a time to engage your faith. So I encourage you to engage in our worship time together, but particularly engage in some other ways, engaging in serving other people, serving the church. You know this, Matt, from all your experience and training and your personal experience as well. When people get engaged, they get the most out of it. And so that's really that they really grow that way. And then also engaging in a life group, some type of smaller group. We certainly try to greet our people. We do a great job. I'm so glad that our church, so grateful that our church family just really welcomes guests and engages with one another. It's really, really important. But even at a deeper level, on a more personal level, because people are moving in and out of needs and crisis and challenges and difficulties and successes. It's more fun if something good's happened to have some more people to celebrate with. So we just encourage you to fully engage. Some of you, again, been gone and been back, but when you're here, just fully engage with us. And so that's going on. That's kind of what's happening with Life Church. And then we're trying to form a new 501c3 of a supported organization for the new facility for several different reasons. But if somebody's got some expertise in that area or say, hey, look, let me help out with that, or I can make some contacts, let me know. Reach out to me, reach out to Stacy. But that's another thing in terms of our building. But we're really excited about that, making progress. The plans are coming together. It's going to be a phenomenal facility for us to do ministry. And we're going to be able to touch more people, more young families, take care of more babies down and young ones along the way. So it's a good time in life for our church to go into a new phase, a new era of the church. Grateful for the past, and we're looking forward to the future.
That's a great word. That's a great word. Any way that folks can be praying specifically for the church this week?
Well, as the church grows, we're trying. They can pray for me as I try to provide direction and leadership for us, because as I mentioned to you before we went on, Matt, is our church really needs to develop a new kind of structure for leadership and new ways people can get involved. I know people come and go, and it makes it really difficult. And people are like, well, I really can't, or they want to do it, and then they're just limited by the schedule. So we're trying to figure out ways as a church to engage more of our people in serving, because that's where you get the most, as I mentioned earlier, and have a system where our people are really feel cared for. Life just happens, and we want to make sure that we're right there beside people to love them and care for them. And Sandy, I try to do all we can. Stacy, all of our leaders do, but we need more of that. And so just pray for us as we try to set the structure, because let's just say we add 50 or 75 new people with our new facility. Then what will that look like in terms of our organization and the organizational part of what we do?
Awesome. Well, Pastor Will, thanks so much for sharing your heart, sharing what is going on at Island Church, how people can be involved. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here next week on the Island Church Weekly Podcast. We'll see you Sunday. Bye-bye.